Yeah, they've got a few runs on the board, but I tell you what, Johnny Chiodo surprises a lot of the young guys very often, and I think they discount him a little bit because of his age, but they certainly shouldn't do that, and got to bite their tongue when he goes by.
There is the front row of the grid. Anthony West from pole position, Michael Bevan, Danny Carter and JJ O'Reilly on the second of the two Aprilias in this field. Back to row two. There is Johnny Chiodo, Scott Charlton, Jamie Stouffer and Cameron Donald. They make up the second row of the grid. Not much between them there either. Craig McMartin, Rodney Chaplin, Mark Beveridge and Jason Bell. They will start from the third row. Peter Rabaritz, Janov Pelig, Dave Kelly and Ross Cooper. Doug Hall, Daniel Zori, Ben Attard, a Harley-Davidson Super Twins punter as well, and Peter Wilde. They make up row number 5. Back on the sixth row, John Linney, Adrian Schlegel, Jimmy Lau and Wayne Williams. To row 7, Mark Bobrowski, Mark Tonello, Adrian Pierpoint and Dean Cottier. Row 8, Chris Jensen, Mark Lamont, Declan McConchie and Lee Burrows. Back in the 9th row, Paul Maguire, Steve Lynn, Craig Morrissey and Robert Burke. And then back to the tail-enders, Andrew Shirley, Neil Keane, Jay Grenfell and Paul Locke. 40 starters in all, 10 rows in this 250cc production race here this afternoon. The first of 2 races. They'll be back in action come Grand Prix Day tomorrow. They will start off the action as far as the racing is concerned tomorrow morning. And, well, the Pronties, we've seen them here at support events for the World Superbikes and indeed the Grand Prix last year. And they are just simply dynamic. Tenths of seconds separate lots of riders usually, and we will see plenty of drafting and overtaking at some of the fast corners and even the slow corners at Honda Corner and MG, the 2 hairpins.
Yeah, if my memory serves me correctly, a few of the leaders ran into a bit of trouble last year trying to keep the bike on 2 wheels, and I think it was a guy in about 3rd place that ended up actually winning after 2 of the previous leaders ended up on the ground.
You refer, of course, to Daniel Stouffer and Phillip Ryan. Daniel Stouffer this weekend filling the role of Mark Willis on the Ansett Air Freight Suzuki Supersport bike, with Mark Willis, of course, taking the place of Katsuaki Fujiwara in the 500cc Suzuki team. So the chain keeps continuing here with riders coming through the ranks, and of course in the past years in the 250cc production bikes we've seen the likes of, what's his name, Kevin McGee, that's right, Mick Doohan, Anthony Gobert, Troy Corser, Matt Mladen, pretty much all the stars who have come through to make it to the Grand Prix ranks over the years have all started here in the Pronties, and we are about to go racing here at Phillip Island. Red light, the green light goes, and we are underway. West got a great start from pole position on the front row of the grid and should lead them down the straight the first time as we look out the back of his bike, the CWP Racing Aprilia, down to turn 1, a little bit of a gap already.